In today's gospel, Jesus said, "You are the teacher of Israel, and you do not understand this." You see, many times, for a priest, it is not always to have inspiration from above to give the interpretation of the gospel. So as last night I was reading the gospel and kneeling before the Blessed Sacrament, there was no divine revelation, so nothing happened. So I'm thinking you might ask me the same question. You are a priest and for many years, and you have studied theology for many years, and still you do not understand the gospel passage. So when I have encountered this occasion, I would comfort myself with the story I read from the autobiography of St. Teresa of Chaldeus. When she was young and still studying at the boarding school, and every day after the class, she would go to the chapel to sit before the Blessed Sacrament and waiting for her father to fetch her home. So one day her father asked her, "Teresa, what are you doing before the Blessed Sacrament? What do you do there?" And she replied, "Nothing, I just sit there." So that was the answer. Because her father Martin was thinking maybe her daughter is having some prayer before the Blessed Sacrament. But Teresa said, "No, nothing, I just sit there, I just accompany Jesus." So I think maybe this is what happened to us, or what we should do when there is no divine revelation to us from or based on the Bible passage. We just continue to kneel down before the Blessed Sacrament and accompany Jesus. So I remember, you see, many times we want to try the new ways of prayer. For example, when we pray the Rosary, we were taught that we need to kneel down to pray the Rosary. But later, when we grow up, we encountered many ways of praying the Rosary, like walking around in the yard, then in the forest, in the garden, then maybe just sitting there to pray the Rosary. But several days ago, I realized that I could not even kneel down for about 20 minutes to pray the Rosary. My body became restless, so I came to realize what is the reason behind. As I can recall that because sometimes I just seek the way of novelty to pray the Rosary, so I walk around. Then eventually, after several weeks and months, I could not even stay the position of kneeling for 20 minutes. So I think this is a reminder for me that we need to spend the time, keep the position of kneeling down before the Blessed Sacrament in prayer. And also yesterday I was able to join a meeting, and during the meeting, the opening prayer, it was a surprise to me because it was addressed to the Holy Spirit. So that was my first time to encounter a prayer. Many years ago, I already heard from our teacher that we need to pray to the Holy Spirit, and also to remember that, Holy Spirit usually is called the forgotten God. But yesterday, when I joined the prayer, I realized that maybe many times when we read the Gospel, we also need to ask the help from the Holy Spirit. For today's Gospel, Nicodemus, he was not able to understand what Jesus was talking about because he had not received the Holy Spirit. If we want to really understand the passage taught by Jesus, we need to persevere in our prayer and also to ask the guidance from the Holy Spirit. May God bless us.